Guys, it's N60Sean. Needless to say, if you've not seen our 8-on-8 N60 Mania main event yet, probably go and watch that before this video, because we're going to be explaining what went down at N60 Mania, explaining the master plan behind the double cross of the century. Captain Fanta showing his true colours, turning his back on the Cola Demon, repaying a debt that has been standing since the faction wars, when the Soda Squad originally went over to the side of evil. So we're going to be talking about the plan, the master plan between N60Sean, Captain Fanta, Finalizing, DanTDM, and Dr. Trayaurus, as Captain Fanta's betrayal of Captain Cola was a poetic reconstruction of their faction wars incident, where Captain Cola walked out on Captain Fanta and they started going all evil and stuff, and poetically it was a very similar end to the Betrayed, as it was H2O Delirious dropping them on their head, and the Cola Demon ending up being vanquished by Captain Fanta and the rest of the heroes and the YouTubers. And then the sprinkling on the cake, probably one of all the cash-ins of Money in the Bank have been pretty good, but Captain Fanta's cash-in for the Heroes Championship, the first time someone's cashed in for the Heroes Championship, I do believe. Might have got that wrong, but I think the N60 Championship and the Tag Team Championships have been the other two cash-ins. And yeah, then he cashed in on the Cola Demon. Go on, Fanta son. Go on, my lad. And yeah, so you can watch that match in full. Watch it again if you've got a spare half an hour. So Captain Fanta secured the Heroes Championship in grand fashion. But we're going to be looking back throughout the season to sort of explain what the plan was, what was going on behind the scenes, who was involved, what was at stake, as Fanta hooks that leg and secures the Heroes Championship. And of course, answering the question, what comes next? So we go back in time when I first proposed this plan to Captain Fanta, that we discovered that there needed to be a betrayal to end the Cola Demon. So I suggested to Fanta, I didn't think that we could turn Sprite in Hue. We couldn't just send Fanta over and then suddenly say, oh, I've become evil. So we had to make it look like that Fanta got captured by the villains and that they felt that they'd brainwashed him and turned him bad, to make him the mole in the camp. So as you remember, when Dew and Sprite were doing some dastardly chit chat, you may have remembered that Fire Genius and Captain Fanta turned up at the villains' compound. Now they were there to get captured. The whole point of them to be there was to get captured. Unfortunately though, things didn't go according to plan when Bendy showed up and unleashed a few tricks that we did not expect. Finalizing was sent in as a backup to Captain Fanta, but then Bendy took Fanta to a whole new plane. We weren't expecting this. This wasn't the brainwashing that we were expecting. He then almost took Fanta into like some nether ink-based realm, and in probably one of my favourite matches, one of the favourite matches from the last season, when Captain Fanta was trapped in the Bendying the Ink Machine world, and then ended up having to fight a giant ink demon and stuff. But the whole point of it was to put Fanta in a position, well, put the whole of Finalizing in a position where they could get brainwashed, not destroyed, which almost happened. This is a plan which could have gone wrong, as all good plans do have the capacity to. As in, when Demon Bendy showed up, that was when it was a little bit of squeaky bum time and thinking, uh-oh, have we just sent Captain Fanta to the slaughter here? But no, Fanta managed to vanquish Demon Bendy. Again, if you've not seen this match, go and fish this match out of the archives, or go and rewatch it, because it's a good one. Almost ended with Fanta getting put through a flaming table with the ink machine, but Fanta managed to battle through. And then the ink monsters appeared as well. I forgot about these guys. And as Fanta was stuck in this ink world with this little ink claw from Bendy, Fire Genius managed to arrive on the scene and lay a beat down on Bendy. And then Fire Genius then ended up facing Bendy in a match, and Fire Genius turning into boss mode and all these other good things. And then as that match was going on, Fanta and the rest of the evil Soda Squad, they started brawling, but finally, eventually, after all this, the real plan would start coming together. And as Bendy and Fire Genius battled it out, our favourite sugar-based demon, well, at least favourite probably, would appear. Oh, and then Bendy summoned another ink demon, didn't he? It was all kicking off. The Fizzy Septic Eye Bendy series of matches in this season were ridiculous. And then Fanta gets finally laid out to open up the opportunity for the Cola Demon, Timmy Terror, Mr. Mister and the other band of misfits to finally make their way down to the ring. So we knew that they would want to get Fanta and Fizzy Septic Eye brainwashed and on side. That was what we were banking on. So along comes the Cola Demon, along with his with the other 2 or 3 members of the Ugly Club, and then Captain Fanta was put under the spell of the Cola Demon. That was another good match. Another good match between Fanta and the Cola Demon. And then the Ugly Club show up and start doing their wicked brainwashing ways to Fanta. Choke slam. I mean, Fanta's taken Fanta took some punishment for the heroes and the YouTubers here. He did well. He did well. But Fire Genius coming down to the ring to help him out and all that stuff. And then obviously Grant Septiceye, who was on standby. He wasn't watching Dan Callier memes. He was on standby in his sports car. Should stuff start getting real. And then the brainwashing that we needed to happen of Fanta, Grant Septiceye and Fire Genius would begin. But we'd planned ahead here, people. We'd planned ahead. We knew that this was going to happen, but we were just going to send them in there just to get brainwashed without taking adequate precautions. And this is where your friend and my friend and DanTDM's friend comes into play. As we get a nice little replay of the slow motion brainwash. Look at them selling it like they're actually going to get brainwashed. What we did is that we made these guys, before we sent them into the villain's compound, pay a little visit to our old pal, Dr. Trayaurus, back in the Heroes Den, where he would give them the medicine, give them like an antidote, almost like a vaccination, as it were, to make sure that they would never get brainwashed. So it looked like they were getting brainwashed, but the cure and stuff had already been administered, so they wouldn't. Fire Genius, on the other hand, wasn't quite so keen, wasn't quite so eager to take his medicine. He was a little bit reluctant, but so a little chase had to go down, and Fire Genius would take his medicine. It's for the good of the realm, Fire Genius. Take your medicine, mate, and get yourself over to the villain's compound to get yourself brainwashed. So that's why they were able to become brainwashed. I mean, so all of this, just a fancy costume, mate. Just a fancy costume. Just Fire Genius just found him in like an evil looking crown. Just put that together. And the final nail in the coffin to convince the Cola Demon that Captain Fanta was fully entrenched within the villains is, if you remember, N60 Grundy showing up and calling out the Cola Demon and all that stuff, and then he brings the Soda Squad out. The whole point is that if Captain Fanta if I eat a ice cold fizzy stunner, and then this was our other little cheeky trick, if Captain Fanta hit me with the Cola Cutter, little nod to the Cola Demon, then that would fully convince that the Cola Demon that Captain Fanta was truly on the side of evil and not masquerading as we were. And the final part of the plan, good old DanTDM, was to then hand over the money in the bank briefcase to Captain Fanta and stage this whole little kidnapping of Dr. Trayaurus to convince everybody that that's why DanTDM would give over the money in the bank briefcase, because again, we didn't want people smelling a rat that Captain Fanta was secretly a mole. So we staged the whole kidnap of Dr. Trayaurus, and then the whole demanding of terms. I want the money in the bank briefcase or Dr. Trayaurus is going to get destroyed and stuff. No. DanTDM just sat down. We don't want DanTDM to get injured. We don't want to have an actual match and then end up injuring DanTDM. So he handed the Money in the Bank briefcase over. So the final piece of the puzzle of not only betraying the Cola Demon, but then getting our paws on the Heroes Championship. So that was the master plan. Oh, it was a good plan, actually. It was pretty sly. So in the next couple of episodes, we've got some admin to do. We've got some rewards to give out. DanTDM giving up the Money in the Bank briefcase. That has to be repaid. And also Fizzysepticeye with their sacrifice. Fire Genius had to take his medicine. They got put in a dangerous scenario. Captain Fanta's got the Heroes Championship. Maybe a Grand Septiceye and Fire Genius might have to have a little tag team championship match as a repayment of their part in the whole plan. So we'll be doing a series of matches. It wouldn't be like the start of Season 10 just yet. Season 10, ridiculous. But we will be having some matches very soon, guys, and some championship matches and all that good stuff. And also as well, a massive, huge, ginormous thank you to everyone who left comments in the 8 vs 8 match. Like, genuinely blew me away seeing how positive and how nice all of those comments were. Genuinely was made up by that. So thank you so much for all your support in Season 9. And yeah, if you've not seen it yet, if you've not even seen the beginning or you want to fill yourself in, go and check out the playlist. Right, I'm going to stop rambling on and let you guys get on with your lives. I'm an N60Sean. See you later, bye.